our political panel, we've got former Deputy Campaign Director George H.W. Bush. You were the campaign director, Mike. Is that right, Mark Serrano?
41.
Who knew? Isn't that something?
Yeah.
H.W. And we got Democrat strategist Danielle McLaughlin. What do you make of the results here, Danielle?
I think we need to look at the trends, and the trends show that certainly she's had a tough couple of weeks. She was off the campaign trail in August. She just had these pretty terrible things, the basket of deplorables, and of course the illness. So I think, yeah, not a good week, and we're starting to see we're seeing the polling reflecting what's happening on the campaign. I think trend-wise, she's doing pretty well, and she is putting states in play that no Democrat has done in a really long time. You know,
but Hillary's still saying, you know, the Trump campaign, it's not a serious campaign. You just can't, it's not a serious, he's not a serious candidate, Mark.
That's not working at all. Look, if we go back to August 1st, okay, what a difference 6 weeks make. Back in August 1st, this campaign was in the White House taking measurements where they would install her chairlift up to the master staircase, okay? They were so confident they were going to win this race. They were smug about it, totally overconfident. Now today, we've got polls like this to show there is a trend line. The trend is what you look for. These polls right now are more credible because most of them are polling likely voters, not just registered voters.
Yeah, and Danielle, here's the, you know, Hillary Clinton just at a press conference before saying she wants to unite the country.
Yes.
I mean, but President Obama has been pretty divisive, right? Calling Americans lazy overseas, you know, just constant division. The country's never been this divided. What Donald Trump, it seems that he's saying is, listen, jobs aren't great. Average income growth in the swing states down, you know, to where it was in 2008 levels. You're talking, you know, Nevada, North Carolina, Florida.
Well, a couple of things.
Weak economic growth.
Sure. A couple of things. President Obama has great approval ratings. We've seen these come out this week. So as we're seeing the sort of sunset of his campaign, the sunset of his presidency, he's been a good president. Many Americans.
Yeah, but how does that explain Donald Trump coming on strong?
Well, when you're not the incumbent party, of course you come out and you say America isn't great. We've got a terrible economy.
But it's not.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's not. It's truthful. Look
at the census results.
President Obama, no matter what he says, okay, the results, the income that people were taking home, it went up in 2015. But what did it do between 2007 and 2014? It was down, median income was down $4,000 per household. It's the working class in this country who are still suffering, and he's looking past it. And that's why Hillary Clinton, who comes off as this sickly grandmother, cannot possibly relate to these people across the country.
Yeah, and Danielle, you know, I mean, some are out there saying, listen, President Obama inherited a recession, including the...
Which he did.
Hang on. Reagan, though, inherited, you know, there was a bad recession in the Carter era and two terrible recessions, a major banking collapse, Citigroup's collapse, of, you know, for the first of three banking collapses. But Reagan, I mean, economic growth really popped under Ronald Reagan. We haven't seen that. And by the way, income still went down. Incomes were going, you know, the growth was there in the GHW, 3%. You know, it's still flatlining, and income's going down.
Well, to your point, Liz, about Reagan, what Reagan did was cut taxes, and we all know that that is obviously something that is an economic stimulator. But the problem is then you create a deficit, and that deficit has gone on, and certainly it's been built under Obama, but that certainly is something that happened. You know, both of these candidates, I mean, we don't have a lot of time, but, you know, they both want to build an economy and create jobs. No
Final word,
about
5
that.
seconds.
One candidate wants tax cuts, the other one doesn't. One candidate wants to reduce regulations, the other one doesn't.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Thank you, Mark Serrano, Danielle McLaughlin.